Shushanto says, hi Eve, hope you're doing well. I'm Shushanto from Bangladesh. I shared my portfolio with you maybe 1 or 2 years ago. Back then I was in niche focus and tried a bit of everything. Recently I've shifted to character sculpting, practicing regularly. My recent 4 artworks are mainly to study and get proper forms, not yet making game ready characters, but I still struggle with dynamics, especially getting the shapes right. The last 4 pieces. Yeah, I remember this one. This was, 2 years ago. Take a look at Sentry. Okay, it's improving. The form is definitely improving on this one. This was 2 months ago. The proportions are also improving a little bit more. Okay. He sees Mr. Terrific. Great Richards. And the solo leveling, Sung Ji Woo. Okay, so here's my advice, Shushanto. As you mentioned, and it's great that you are able to visualize what the main issue is right now. Well, not the main issue, what the next sort of like opportunity area is for your character, right? Or for your artistic growth. We need to learn proportions. We need to learn anatomy. Okay, what do I see right here? First of all, proportions. The most common way to do this is check how high your head is and then multiply or transfer that information to the rest of the character. Your torso also actually looks quite nice, but then we take that to the legs and the legs are massive, like massive, massive, massive. So if you want to have this massive legs, we need to have a massive torso as well. We need to really minimize the amount of legs that we have. Doesn't mean that they cannot be strong. They can definitely be strong, but they need to be a lot more in line with the rest of what we have here with the character. There you go. So it's very important that we try to make sure that everything looks or follows the proper forms. Then we have the muscles, right? In terms of muscle structure, you are in the right track. Most of the muscles are where they're supposed to be. I can see the shape here of the character and the forms of the general elements, like the torso and the abdomen. But then, for instance, here on the legs, we're losing a little bit of that. Simplify it. Keep the shapes simple at first. So, for instance, here on the legs, we want to have like a very clean quadriceps right there, and then we can stylize it a little bit more. Then we can add the internal details that we might need. But right now, your main hurdle is proportions. We really need to work on proportions, and I see that in all of the characters. For instance, here as well, very small, like the torso again. Your torso is really on point. I really like the anatomy that you're showing here in the torso, but then the legs are massive, man, like massive, massive, and the proportions are not really like flowing properly. Okay, so really, if possible, bringing some like lines. We do this quite a bit on the anatomy course. We bring our like checking lines, or we check the lines, and we're always comparing the proper proportions of our character. Now, I do recommend, I think this might be another mistake that you're making right now, Shushanto. Instead of trying to do too many elements right now, try to focus on just one. So if you want to do a superhero fan art, that's fine, but just focus on one and make sure that you push it as far as you can and as nicely as you can, again, in terms of proportion and anatomy.